Hi, Amy. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Matthew. Good, good. I lost my voice. I started losing my voice yesterday between all the stuff I was doing, running around and screaming at the dance party. Not screaming, singing loudly. Hi, Kara. I have something that you were going to pick up, I thought, but I'll just ship it. I think it was a mug. My husband's taking it home. I'll get home tomorrow and I'll ship it right out to you. And Amy, I think you have an order too. Hi Stacy, come on camera if you'd like. I'm hoping not to have to be here the whole time. My husband is here. He was helping me load up. We have other breeders who can carry the discussion. Hi Kelly. Oh, good. That's awesome. Joy was shopping like a crazy woman. We loved it, every bit of it. I think she planned for it. I think a lot of people do. I think they save up their money and spend it on CrabCon. No, Kara, you were going to pick it up, so you're good. I will cover that, no problem. I also owe Kelsey Fainer some flowers, just trying to keep it all in my head. I'm hoping other people are going to join. Sue, I know, was going to stay up for it. I don't have a lot planned for this session. I can tell you where the mystery Zoe stand, or they're Megalopa now. They're all Megalopa. My bestie Paula went by my house and picked up my baby shells. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see who we got. Stacy. Right. Hey. Still
Is the lighting okay?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, it's a little
Okay.
dark, but uh still pretty.
Well, thanks. Let's see. Turn it maybe that way.
Oh, I think that's yeah. Is
Okay.
that too awkward for you?
No, that's okay.
You got a wall to
The
lean against.
yeah, the internet is spotty in our cabin.
Yeah. Which one are you in?
Roanoke.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, one of the original historic ones.
Very cool. Very
Yeah, I thought it'd be neat, something
yeah.
different.
Yeah. I like the idea of being high up in Blueberry Ridge, but it was a lot when we had to shuffle stuff. It's a
Oh, I'm
pretty
sure.
far distance, and we're
Yeah.
all, 8 of us or however many, 6 of us sharing a golf cart. So we did a lot of shuttling back and forth. Moa, you made it. Hi. Hi. So Matthew's one of our breeders. Karina's one of our breeders. Moa's an aspiring breeder.
Hey,
Randy, an
Randy. Yeah.
aspiring breeder. Um, so we got a lot in the session who can answer questions. If people have questions, put them in the Q&A, please. I would love it if I could bug out at 11:45. We'll see how that goes. I just have a lot to finalize. Got to get the signs down. Got to, all the things. But the Megalopa are good. Some losses to be expected. Also because how I'm keeping them in a hotel in the bathroom, right? Trying to keep the temperature right, trying to mix the salt water right and everything. But I think I probably have about 300 Megalopa. I
And they
started
look
counting.
amazing.
Yeah,
They
hopefully.
do.
Yeah, yeah. So hopefully they've sort of looked interested in shells, grabbing onto them, and um, it's a little harder clean, as you know, Stacy. It's a little harder cleaning once you get those shells in there.
Yeah.
You think it's clean, and what I do is I save the wastewater the cleaner wastewater and put that, sorry, that's covering my face, and put that aside. And when I get down to just shells, I pour the cleaner wastewater back in and whoosh, 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 be the ocean. Swish them around, and all kinds of crud food, comes pouring out, and I pour that off. Then I pour more wastewater and then swish it around again and pour that off. And I wish you were here, Randy. It was fun.
I've missed you on Zulip too, Randy.
She's been busy, getting ready to move. A lot of stuff. We have been having a great time, Moa. Too much fun. Mel is another one of our
yes. Hi, Mel.
breeders. Hi, Mel. Were you able to get a baby cam going? Did anybody check that? Or I did set up a session and I forgot to check in, so I don't know if that was doable. And yeah, Randy, Mel and Matthew. I think, Stacy, that's it, right? For the U.S. folks. Do you remember the numbers that they got to land? Mel's were higher.
I think Mel was like 15.
Yeah.
And Matthew had 3.
Gotcha. Yeah. Still counts.
Yes, it does. Sure does. Still a lot of work.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad the baby cam. That was awesome of people to set that up. Normally I would have brought captive bred babies that I had, but then when I got the spawn, I was like, well, I'll just bring
you had enough on your plate.
the real babies, the baby babies.
Yeah.
I think people really were happy to see them in the opening reception.
Yes, Randy, actually, Mel used bubble bowls, and I think that Matthew used Chrysal. Is that correct, Mary?
I know for his second attempt, Matthew used a Chrysal. I think the first unsuccessful attempt might have been bubble bowls. Well, everybody finds their own method that works for them.
Matthew and Mel are both in the chat, so maybe they could answer that.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Matthew, when you were successful, you used the Chrysal?
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy, we missed you. My mom especially missed you this year. Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys have been super successful with bubble bowls. That's awesome. I think it's what Randy used initially, right?
Yeah. I'm interested, Mary, in the Chrysal that you're using now. How are they getting to the shells?
I don't have them in that anymore. I now have them in a plastic tote. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just had them in that for viewing.
Okay.
Yeah. As soon as I got back to the hotel, I took the Megalopa out, put them in and then I waited another day, and most of them had transitioned to Megalopa. There were still a few Zoe, it's whatever stage, but I couldn't rationalize keeping that going for 6, and so I put them in with the Megalopa. I saw a few that may have transitioned, and I definitely saw a couple get eaten. But
yeah, I saw some getting eaten while you had it set up too.
Yeah. But that's how it goes. It's good nutrition. I feel so bad. I used to try and separate them. You can't separate them.
Yeah.
I don't look anymore. I'm like, oh, please, nature. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That making someone stronger. I mean, that's the model in nature.
Yeah.
Have 10,000 babies. Some are gonna eat their siblings.
Survival of the fittest.
Right. Right. They look pretty pale here. I've been giving them carrot, cucumber, shrimp. I brought a shrimp cooked. I tried a little bit of cherry this morning, just a tiny little piece. It kind of bled into the water, so I took it out. I didn't know if they were going to have. I didn't think that. After I put it in there, I was like, maybe not. Apple, fine. Pear, fine, but probably not gooey cherry.
They looked nice and pink on Friday.
They
They were very
do.
colorful.
Yeah, they seem to get. I don't know if you've noticed this, but that when they like before they transition, the stage
Mm-hmm.
5 get really dark, and then
Yeah.
when they're first megalopa, they're like stunning orange,
Yeah. Yeah. They
and
were
then they sort of
gorgeous.
lose it. No matter what you feed them,
Yeah.
they get gray.
Yeah.
I can definitely see the gut tracts developing, so I know they're eating, which is good.
Yeah.
I'll be glad to get them home Monday and not have
Get
to do
back
it
to
in the
normal
hotel room.
for
But,
sure.
I'm proven it's possible.
Yeah.
That's 50% of our goal as breeders is to push the envelope,
Mm-hmm.
figure out what will, what we can do,
Right.
what's possible.
Right. For sure. Kathy was asking what a bubble bowl was, and it looks like Mel has pretty much answered that question. But it is basically like a round fish bowl with a flat bottom.
Is the bottom flat for sitting but round on the inside still? Yeah,
Correct.
so there's no
Yeah.
like side. Yeah, that's what
Right.
I was thinking.
You don't really want to use a fish bowl because the fish bowls kind of have a little lip like this at the bottom, and you don't want them to get trapped in that lip like this. Whereas the bubble bowls are like this.
Yeah, that's so they get that circular a little better.
Mm-hmm. It
Um,
completely flows like this.
the person that I sent them to earlier, and you can help me remember her name. I know her perfectly fine, but like my brain is
I know
dead.
exactly who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I think she used the plastic or something with like the cylindrical sides. I'm not sure that worked as well. That was
Yeah.
truly like a goldfish bowl.
Yeah, it
Um,
was. Let's see.
and last I talked to Keith, he still had a few of the.
They passed.
Oh, did they?
They
I haven't checked
did.
Tulip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm
Unfortunately.
able to. They
But
they
he
got
got
very
far.
good. Huh?
He
They
got
did get
far.
far. They were very
Yeah.
they were rugged.
Yeah.
Hi,
Let's see here.
Alicia. Oh,
Rebecca
Kathy.
Likens. It was Rebecca.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. And she's gung ho. She's ready to start
Yep.
again and try again. And that's how we do it too. Like we tell people, you're probably, unless you're Mel Soderstein, not gonna get them to land on your first try. None of
I
us
know,
have.
right? Mel and Matthew. Oh no,
Matthew had
Matthew
a
was
second try. Yeah.
his
So
second try.
technically, it was
Yeah.
the first season of trying. But
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
Mel is also Pineapple Joe on YouTube. If anyone wants to look up, Mel's put quite a few cool videos, time lapse videos of the babies and different things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you just Google Pineapple Joe on YouTube, it'll come up.
Kathy, for me, I think that two bowls are the easier for needed for a spawn. Each of the bowls that I use are 2.5 gallons each. And the reason why I say two bowls is because I split each spawn that I get into two bowls. That makes the load easier, the bio load easier on each of the bowls. So it's not as much work.
And you can clean one and pour the other, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you also have a reservoir of fresh salt water,
Right.
right?
I
That you
keep
keep.
a 20-gallon tank
Wow,
full
that's
of
good.
fresh salt water, filtered with a
Nice,
filter on it.
nice.
And I
You heat
also,
it
my
also?
room is controlled.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, I have a crab room that is kept at 80 degrees all
It's
the time.
perfect.
So that makes my life a lot easier. Whereas a lot of the people that are using the bubble bowls right now, they're having to keep their bubble bowls in like a storage container filled with water so that their bubble bowls are staying the proper, temperature, which is 76 to 78 or
And
78. Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you recommend?
I've been doing 78, yeah. But
Yeah.
I was going to say also the danger of that for them is once you start removing water, when you get water in the bubble bowl low enough that it starts to float, then you're like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. It's hard.
It
I
is.
couldn't imagine. That makes their work even more difficult. I couldn't imagine doing it like that.
Yeah. But we're Randy, it should renew automatically unless you changed a credit card. And I can check. A couple of credit card renewals did not go through this spring, so I need to contact those folks. But it was a subscription, so it should have automatically renewed. And a few people didn't want to automatically renew, and I'm having trouble figuring out how to stop that. So I have refunded those, but I still need to figure out before next year how to unsubscribe. They can unsubscribe. I'm not sure I can unsubscribe them. But I don't want that to scare anyone. We will make it right. If anything, if anyone gets charged for their membership and they no longer want to be a member, it's easy enough to refund that.
Karina just logged on. She says, hello, sorry I'm late.
Yay. Yeah, you can come on screen if you want. Just request to join. I'll let you in. That'd be awesome. I would love to maybe just if I could just do a couple things and come back or something. I don't want my husband to have to leave without instructions for the. He's packed up, but he's taken a bunch of my stuff back for me, and it's got to be. The babies. The babies are good. The babies are good. I believe. I see them swimming around in there, and even in a few before long, I won't see them swimming around, and I'll get worried. But tell them what that means, Stacy. They're going into shells.
Well, yeah, they're in shells, and then sometimes, like after they eat, they go comatose. Yeah, I mean, right?
Yeah.
And then you freak out, like after they eat, they're still, and then you're like, oh my gosh, did they die?
And I think maybe they play dead too. Like even
Yeah.
if I haven't fed them, sometimes in the wastewater, I'm like, I'll squirt them if they don't, and
Yeah.
they'll be just like, I'm dead. I promise I'm dead. But then
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
has methods for that. I have two. One of them is I'll get them in the pipette and I will shine a really bright light. And if they're alive, their swimmerettes are moving.
Yep. Yep.
And you're like, okay, you faker, I'll
Yeah.
keep you. And the other one, if I really can't see or tell anything, I will put them. Sorry, don't get salt water on my laptop. I will put them. I've shown people I use these old Tupperware. Found a whole bunch on Etsy or somewhere. So I will actually put them on the side above the water, just above the water line. I'll very gently put them there. And if they're dead, they'll plaster to it. And if they're alive, they'll be like, where's my water? And then I'll squirt them back down and catch them and move them over. So what are your methods for that, Karina? Oh, she might be freezing. I think she said she had bad internet. You look good. At least you didn't freeze in like
Yeah.
I always do. I always freeze in too animated.
Yeah. Definitely like human babies, Alicia. They are a lot of work.
They are eating and pooping. That's their
Yeah.
job.
Definitely.
And growing.
And it's so hard when they get in the shells too, because you can't even tell because they're clear.
Oh,
you can't see them.
I'll be right back. I know, I'm sorry.
Does anybody have any questions? Oh, I guess we lost Karina. I'm not positive as far as the second generation. I know Mary has second generation Lilas right now, and we don't know what the species is that she has right now, but those will be first generation. So as of right now, we just have second generation Lilas. For Kathy Grottendick, she's asking, do you put the bowls inside of a tank? So raising Zoea with the bubble bowls, you would only have to do that if you do not have the water temperature at least 78 degrees, because that's what we recommend for the Zoe. So for my case, my crab room is 80 degrees, so the water temperature is fine at 78. But Caroline, trying to think of her last name, she's in Canada, and she has a book out on Etsy that explains her whole breeding process, and she used bubble bowls, and she has a wonderful guide that is currently, I think, $30 that explains how she raised them using the bubble bowls with the, oh, Karina's back. Hi, Karina.
Hi.
With the using the bubble bowl method, with the using them inside of a container, and that might be the easiest way to follow that, Kathy. When you make up salt water for the babies, what water source? Some people use RO. I use regular tap water. I know Mary uses regular tap water, and we've not seen any negative issues with that. Have you seen any? What do you use, Karina?
Yeah, I use regular tap water as well, just
Okay.
out of my kitchen.
Great. I do know that Meredith Haas, she has a RO system, but we haven't seen any difference in it. Randy's asking if there's a wait list to adopt captive bred babies. As of right now, we don't have any captive bred babies available for adoption, except for in Australia.
Yes.
But you unfortunately have to be there.
Yeah, and I haven't figured out how to adopt them out yet, so it's still early days over here.
Yeah. Ashley's asking if hermit crabs crossbreed. So we don't have any scientific data to back that up. And I did talk to Dr. Tudge about that 2 years ago, and he said the only way to prove it, and the reason why I had asked was because I thought that my original babies were E's, because when I found the spawn, I had seen an E in my pools. On the side of the pool, I saw one in the pool. It was a female. I confirmed it was a female, and the babies acted like E's. He said the only way to determine if it was a crossbred hermit crab would be to take the DNA from a baby, the DNA from an E, and the DNA from a purple pincher, and then determine that way, which would mean snapping a leg off of all of them. I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah.
you know. So I'm okay with just saying, that mine is a purple pincher because it's got a purple claw. He did also say that, if we came across like a leg in, that was like the big pinchers sometimes don't get eaten when they molt. But still, you don't find those unless you're digging in substrate. I don't dig in my substrate. So, Caroline Speck, I think, or no, let me see. Caroline Reisler, I think is her name. Let me look it up. She has an Etsy store. And I wish she was on here. Karina, if you see any questions you can answer.
No, actually,
Please.
I can't see the chat at the moment. I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah, I'm using my phone. Just trying to figure it out. Had some problems with my computer.
Okay.
I've joined on my phone.
Let's see. Okay, so it is Caroline Reisner. The last, here, I'll type it in the chat here. That's how you spell her name. Let's see. How long is the entire process from the absolute beginning to walking around in a tank wearing shells? So that actually depends on the species. Karina is very blessed. Go ahead, Karina. I'll let you answer for the Aussie crabs.
Okay, for us, it's 2 weeks in the water, and then a couple of days on land for the first molting. But that's when we lose the most at the moment is that first molt.
Yeah, so she's very lucky. For us in the America, we are, let's see, for purple pinchers, it's about 30 days to 40 days in the water before they hit land.
Mhm.
So it's a long process for us.
Yeah.
It's a long process.
How long from Zoe to Mega for you guys?
Zoe to Mega is about 20 days, 23 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you feeding them the whole way through?
The whole way through.
Yeah.
The whole way through.
I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Kara had asked, she said that her mess, okay. She would love to try one day. She works 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. So I personally feed the babies every 3 to 4 hours. But some people do kind of stretch that out and do every 4 to 5. I mean, I think they do better the more often they're fed. So I think what the biggest downside is water quality. If you went 8 to 5 and they had a shed day, that wouldn't work. Because their sheds, once they shed in the water, their sheds just start to stick to them if the sheds are floating in the water with them. And when the sheds stick to them, then it's just downhill from there. So water quality plays a really big role in the health of the Zoe. So
same with ours as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when ours turn to Mega, it happens so rapidly that they have really bad water quality almost immediately. and they also start eating each other almost immediately. So that's our busiest day when
Yeah.
we are raising ours. So that's the day you stay
Yeah.
home from work.
Yeah.
But other than
Yeah.
that, I work a 9 to 5 as well.
You work a 9 to 5? Do you work from
Yeah.
home?
No, I don't work from
You
home.
don't.
So
How often do
there
you
is
have
a
to feed yours?
I'm doing it with every in the beginning with every water change. Um, it depends on which method I'm using to raise them, of course,
Okay.
because we've changed our methods a bit this year.
Right.
We've gone from jars to a cradle setup. So yeah, so it depends on which one. With the jars, I would have to be changing the water 3 times a day. But
Right.
with the other setup, that's once every couple of weeks. So I've
Okay.
just got to um, make sure that the water quality is good throughout the day. So
Right.
that's how I
Right.
can work my 9 to 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karen asked, how do ah, I might have okay. I do not use nets. I think the nets kind of can damage them. I personally use a siphon method and I use an airline.
Mhm.
So I siphon around them, or I'll either siphon them up, I'll siphon all of them into another container, or I'll siphon all of the dirty water around them out. So I do actually have a video of how I do my water changes on YouTube under Got Butterflies. How do you change your water,
Yeah.
Karina?
Yeah, I do the siphon as well, and I have a bit of mesh over the end of it to stop any mega from getting through. Um, but that's the easiest way is to siphon it out and
Yeah,
then put them then put them back in one by one.
yep. Mel keeps trying to ask a question. Does it? I think discarded EXO was fine as long as it's just something that has DNA. Because he said it could either be a piece of limb or, some EXO from a molt.
See if we can-
Are there any other questions? Got
Another
butterflies. Go
I
ahead,
was just
Karina.
thinking another way to help with the water changes is we use a flashlight and shine it up high. That attracts the Zoe away from the bottom, and then you can clean the bottom out a lot easier. Does that work with yours as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Sue said she fell asleep.
Oh.
Understandable.
Yes.
Nice.
There's Liz.
Yay.
There's Sue.
Yay.
Hi, Sue.
Thank you to whoever let her on.
Hello, Sue.
Hello. I haven't been well either.
Having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, it's a little garbled. I think it's maybe just a distance thing. But we don't want to hear those. So it's a mix, isn't it? You can keep the coughs. Are there any questions unanswered? Oh, how many captive bred babies do you have? I'm not sure how to answer that. I have some of my originals that I kept for the breeding program in every species. I have some that I didn't get that are more recent, but I only got a handful, so it didn't make sense to adopt them out. Like I got 3 Lila last year, so I'll keep those for me or other breeders for a second generation. Probably 20, maybe. Yeah. And by this point, my 2018 babies from that very first batch are big. They're indistinguishable, really. I mean, I have a few I know, like I have a couple of one-eyed ones that are easy to distinguish, but yeah, so they're just in hanging with the big ones. It's always a complicated question to answer, isn't it? Plus,
Yeah,
they're underground half the time, and
it takes a long time to count them.
that's right. You encountered that. I don't think people
Yeah.
understand that at all. When they're really tiny, you have to have 2 tanks and you have to move them and count them. And it takes like sometimes, I don't know, how long did it take for you to move them, Karina?
It can take 2 to 3 weeks.
Easily.
Mary, somebody had asked if we had any second generation babies. And I said I was pretty sure you had Lilas.
Absolutely confirmed Lilas. Those were the 3 that I got to land last year. I didn't even know they were old enough to mate. They were only 2 years old. And I had them in my exclusive baby tank. They weren't near any other adults. They mated correctly. The female carried the eggs correctly for a month, and then she spawned correctly in this little tiny, it was not even on my radar. And I went in there one morning and there were Zoe in one of Meredith's smaller pools. And I didn't even know how long they'd been there, because it had been a day at least, probably, because I wasn't looking for eggs. So yeah, so they're confirmed, which is pretty darn cool. And those are the ones that I gave Dr. Tudge all the very detailed information about, plenty of specimens about. So he has not only, there's never been a paper about sea Lila larval stages like we have for all the others, because they were only identified in 2016. And there's really never been a paper about second generation captive bred hermit crabs. So I'm hoping he's confident that he can do something with it. He lost his research assistant who took all those wonderful pictures, but before she graduated, lost her to graduation. She was able to get really good captures, he said, of the specimens that I'd sent. And I sent him, Sue, this will interest you. I even had some of what you call stumpies that maybe didn't go to the final larval stage or whatever. They just look really different. I had a couple of those and I sent him those too, and maybe to see if he could figure out what that was.
Has she got back to you with any results of that?
I can't hear you. Can you say a little
I can't
louder?
understand her.
I'll type it.
Okay. I did understand that. I'll type it.
Has she got back to you with any results?
Have you got
He has not.
any results back? Yeah.
He has not. He's been very busy. They've lost funding and stuff. So if you're asking if he's got any results, that's no. Jean, I accidentally got one to land in 2020 during the pandemic. I had my E's in with my purple pinchers, and they must have spawned at the same time. And I raised them thinking they were all purple pinchers, and then they turned blue. And there were three, but only one made it to land. I didn't know what I didn't know what I didn't know. So it was really exciting to see him, but I wish I could have followed the process and known that I was raising E's. So cool. I still have him. He's pretty big. He's in with my adult E's that I have, and the ones that Stacy donated to the breeding program for fostering or for keeps, whatever. We're not sure.
It was for keeps.
Okay. I mean, I'm just letting you know.
Yep.
If you want him back.
No, that's okay. I'm okay.
I was sure that was who had spawned this time. And it still could be. But if so, they're the easiest E's I've ever raised, because I've been putting on a whole conference and neglecting them and, doing what they need, but it seems to be enough. So. Yeah, I can't tell a species until they're close to a year old. The purple pinchers are good because when they pull into their shell, you see the purple, and you're like, "Oh, that's how you know Stacy, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tricky crabs.
For sure.
Any other questions from let me just check the Q&A. Looks like there might be answered. All right. Vivian is on it. Thank you. I told her last night, I'm fading. Can you please help tomorrow? Because initially I thought, oh yeah, I'll be able to do everything on Sunday. But my family's here, my grandbaby's here, my husband was just here, so I may actually bug off if that's okay. You guys can keep going as long as you want. If there's any, I'll stay if there's any last minute questions that are specific to me. But maybe 12:15 will be my cutoff, just to get all the things done I have to get done.
Do you need help with anything, Mary?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, you have my number.
I do. And I accidentally texted you yesterday thinking you were the other Stacy, because I was in a tizzy.
That's okay. No worries.
Kara, Darcy was the first time she was successful was when she had to go back to her teaching job and had to be gone roughly those hours. And she'd been trying 2 years maybe, or at least a year before that. And it wasn't working. And she learned how to do the minimum. I think she has some videos about that on Crab Central Station, but basically she did targeted feeding, which I've been doing in this case because that's all I can manage. It's where you gather them all into one place to feed them. She did it by shining a light, and they would come to the light, and then she would direct the food right there. I'm not sure how she cleaned doing that. For me, I take them out of the wastewater. I put them in fresh, clean water. I feed them in there, give them 15 minutes or so, and then put that and everything back into the chrysal. So honestly, I would say give it a try. Like that's the only way. We're all still learning. So if you can find a way to do it when you work 8 to 5, that would be huge. That would help everyone, right? Would be great. I have spent a lot of my past 2 years trying to do the minimum, and it has not been very successful. I would get to Megalopa, and I think at Megalopa is where I lost them because I couldn't do the minimum, or doing the minimum at Megalopa was more harmful than doing the minimum at zoal stage in my case. So I'm trying to give them more care and attention this time.
Do you know how to plug Caroline's book into the chat?
It's in Zulip. She has a link for it in Zulip.
Yeah.
To buy it at Amazon, at Etsy, you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the name of her shop is.
Let me see if I can look it up. Let me grab my phone.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. She has a discounted rate for people who are Hermit House aspiring breeders. She has a discount code for that. But she also sells it very reasonably for anyone who just wants to study up and isn't ready to join. But you can, if you know you want to give it a try, you can become an aspiring breeder at any time. Then you get access to all the information that's on Zulip.
I found it.
You can ask questions and get them answered. So a lot of our people have been doing that. Rebecca did that. She got on before she had Zoe because she wanted to be prepared and be able to ask questions right away. And she knew that she was going to take some when they could be shipped. So we will be shipping this year. Primarily me, probably. I will get a lot, and I have all the shipping containers and everything that Hermit House has invested in. Oh, by the way, since this is maybe a Hermit House ish meeting, we have $8,000 in the bank. We've been just really careful with our funds and still being able to buy breeding supplies and stuff. So we'll find a way to start using that to benefit our breeders, or our efforts or whatever. We'll talk about that. But I'm pretty stoked about that. We're doing good. 2 years in for a nonprofit. And that's because of everybody who joins, who donates, who the silent auction at CrabCon, all of that goes directly to Hermit House, not to CrabCon. So yeah, there's some good bids on there already. Okay, I am gonna pop off, and please feel free to keep talking. I will just stop sharing and kind of listen in the background as I'm doing some other things if needed. But you guys are awesome. Everyone's giving it their all, and it ain't easy.
I have a
Thanks
thought
for having us.
today. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No?
No, not really.
Why not? This is painful. I'll
It's all
type.
muffled too.
Yeah, I'll type in the chat.
So Stacey, are you guys midway through your breeding season at the moment, or is it about to start?
No, it's getting ready to start.
Yep.
I think we've had, Kevin has had 3 or 4 spawns, and unfortunately they've spawned in the sand. And then Mary, I think, has had 2 spawns, or maybe 1. And I think I've heard a couple of other people have had spawns. And when I get home, hopefully mine will be ready to spawn, because I had some breeding right after Kevin's had bred. Today after. Oh, that's interesting, Sue.
I'll have to give it a try.
Because I do use reef crystals, and then I know that I also do. I feed mine more calcium at that stage too. That's interesting. Mary, I don't know if you're able to see Sue's comment. Randy, I think we want to until, Megalopa. I'm going to take a picture of this and ask Dr. Tudge, actually. Oh, there's the grandbaby.
Yeah. We just thought we'd come on for a second.
She's so cute.
Say hi. Yeah, I'm not even sure what that means, what Dr. Tudge said. I think I have to watch that again and try and figure that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe.
That's interesting.
Yeah, all right. Oops. If something comes up for me typed really weird, we know who did it. I'm gonna go. I will let you. I just wanted to show her off.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Everybody.
Sue, if you do, please let us know, especially like in Zulip, because I would be curious. What breeds are slated to be the next ones bred? The only ones that I know, so my captive bred Ruggies, I caught them breeding. And then I saw my purple pinchers breeding. And then I know that I've seen a couple of other people mention that their purple pinchers had bred.
We only have the one species here.
Yeah, and then the Australian breeders only have Aussies.
Yeah. Which I hear similar to the Ecuadorians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liz, do you have anything to input?
Nothing new. I mean, I'm switching my system a lot this year.
Yeah.
I'm trying a skimmer that's rated for a higher output.
So those of you that don't know, Liz got very far with the straws last year, and she also would you say raises nano or cultivates nano?
Cultivate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. This year I'm trying to do 4 different types of nano.
Nice. That's awesome.
That is cool.
Very cool.
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
Some types are easier for the beginner.
Yeah. Yes, Amber. So I was walking by my tank this would be like probably 2 weeks ago, and I saw 3 of my captive bred ruggies huddled. I'm guessing 2 males over a female. I snapped a couple of pictures of it, and I immediately jumped on Zulip, and I was like, oh my gosh, my captive bred ruggies. But yeah, the one thing I haven't, told anybody this year is that I'm not going to be racing babies. I bought a 180-gallon tank, so that's going to be my project this summer. That was my deal with my husband, is that I won't raise babies if I buy this tank. So if I get babies, I'll be shipping them off to people.
Oh, I think she just disappeared. Oh, I'm hoping not. Hoping less babies this year, but it's just because I've still got a whole lot to adopt out at the moment. Mhm. She's back.
Yeah, I've got spotty internet here I'm in one of the historic cabins.
Yeah,
So
my computer broke down and I'm on my phone, so that's why I can't see the chat. But I was going to show you guys, this was my most useful tool this year. I got one of these cheap
yeah,
digital microscopes online, and that has been so helpful, not just for looking at the Zoe, but also looking at the shells and making sure that the shells are okay
nice.
for them to use. Yeah, because you don't see those tiny holes, and there were so
Yeah.
many shells that I was putting in that were not useful at all.
Oh,
So
that's good to know.
it takes a bit longer, but it certainly helps.
Yeah.
I think those are on Amazon or Temu. They're kind of pretty standard.
Yeah.
But that was a gift from Darlene, another breeder. So that was really nice.
Yeah. I bought one preparing for
Mm-hmm.
this.
Oh,
And my
cool.
husband was like, are you going to be studying coins? Because it says it's for coins. It's like, no, it's for the babies.
Yeah, you can use it for anything, really. It's really handy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sue, are you seeing any breeding with your crabs?
It's a bit early in the season for us.
Is it?
Yeah, I think our earliest has been September.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
right, Sue? Yeah. But our most successful babies are born in January, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Typically when ours starts, yours is ending, and
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
Um, oh, awesome. This year, Sue did one of the earliest adoptions, which was really cool. And we started adopting out captive bred babies this year for the first time.
Nice.
So, yeah, um, those were our big things this year, I guess.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
we had a lot more breeders than ever before.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, I guess if there's no more questions, we could probably all dip out of here. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and thank you, everybody, for trying to captive breed. And every step that everybody does is another step that helps everybody.
It was cool seeing everyone.
Yeah, very nice to see everybody. Bye, Randy. Hopefully we'll get to see you in the chat soon. Bye, Matthew.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Mel. Bye, Kathy. Bye, Sue. Bye, Karina. Bye, Liz.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to go out. Have
See ya.
safe trips home if anybody's traveling today.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Darnine.